Hey everyone, it's Eric here from i525XL. Today is Monday, October the 2nd. I cannot believe we are into Monday already. Into October. That year went fast, man. Apologies, I am manually holding this filter on. I'm using my RX100 right now to record this video. I'm getting irritated with the iPhone focus. So anyway, just a quick update on Take. I haven't posted in, I think, almost 2 weeks-ish, week and a half. All the corals are doing fine. Nothing new to update except that coral down there. I think I've fixed it to the rock 5 times. Crazy glue, putty. I cannot get it to stick. It just drives me bananas. But anyway, the rest of the corals are doing great. My parameters are stable. My alkalinity actually dropped to about 7.8. So I've had to start manually dosing alkalinity. I'm using the Red Sea brand. I'm dosing about 10 mils a day just to keep it up around 8.2. I increased the alpha reef to 30 mils a day. I don't want to go past that, just my personal preference. So I'm going to see how that goes over the next week or so. But I was getting concerned with the drop in alk. Calcium is still hovering around 500, 480. Everything else is fine. pH is 8.3, 8.4, so definitely getting more consumption. I still have not fixed these frags on yet, and I won't be until I put in the aquaforest rock that I put in the last video, so I'll give you an update on that in a minute. But all the other stuff's doing well. Recordias are really splitting out and spreading across the bottom. The bird's nest is doing well. The cherry pot beside it is starting to encrust on the plug. I haven't actually glued that plug down, so once I redo the rockscape, that'll be spread out a lot better. So that bird's nest is actually bird's paradise. I just realized that when I looked at the invoice the other day. Frags are doing fine, and then the green slimer and creamsicle, all good. You can see another Recordia down there. Duncans are good. Space Invaders looking pretty good too. Everything's fine. Zoas, everything. Locani in the back is doing well too. So yeah, not much to update on the tank. That's why if I don't have a lot of updates, I don't really post much. So just had that alk drop, which was concerning a bit. I don't like to keep it below 8 at all, ever. So that's why I started manually dosing. But all's good in there. Now I did take some of the hairy tip mushroom. You can see there's a bit of a gap here now. I did remove a rock and I put it into the seahorse tank. So I just put it in the back there. I don't believe those guys are stinging. I googled around and everything seems to indicate that they're quite passive. They don't sting any corals, so I put it in this tank. And the seahorses don't seem to mind. You can see one guy. Oh, they're both in the back there. So they just float around. Yeah, so everything's going well in here. Tank itself is a little, I got to clean the glass. I haven't done it for a few days, so I'm going to do that. I am not running the UV sterilizer every day, all the time, sorry, 24 hours a day. I'm doing it from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. A couple of reasons. There's really not much concern I have in here in terms of keeping things under UV. But also, I've got a pump for the UV. I got a pump for the skimmer and a pump for the return. So all 3 pumps, when they're running, bring the temp up to about 78, 79, which is too high for my preference. So by keeping that pump off during the day and having the other 2 run all the time, I'm keeping around 74, which is 74, 75, which is okay for these little guys. Heater never goes on because the temperature is always 74, 75, so it doesn't seem to drop below that. That might change in the winter, though. We're going to head into the winter months now, so temperature will drop in the basement, but that's fine. I have tested the heater, everything works. So yeah, I'm okay with that. So far, so good. Seahorses are happy. I feed them twice a day. Mice and shrimp, I might actually mix it up, give them some brine shrimp, see if they like that. But I did dose some copepods in there too, just to help with regular feeding. So that's it on the seahorse tank. Down below, you can see I've got I'm going to take the filter off here, the aquaforest rockscape here. So the pieces in the back are going to be spares. The pieces in the front here is what I've come up with for aquascape or rockscape, I guess. I don't know if I'm 100% happy. Doing the best with the pieces that I have. A lot of flat pieces, so I mean, it's not a lot of options, right? I think what I have here is what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to build it in 3 sections. These 2 pieces will be one, these 2 pieces are another, and then these 2 are the third. And what I'll do is I'll just replace one segment at a time in the tank every, I don't know, I haven't decided on the frequency yet. I'm going to put the first chunk in and see what the reaction is and how long it takes for, you know, the ugly phase to pass. So hopefully that'll go fairly quickly and painlessly, but we'll see. You never know. I'll just have to see how it goes. So that's what I've come up with for now. I am still going to keep a few chunks of the live rock in here. I'm sorry, I need my filter again. Ugh. So I think this piece here with the creamsicle and the green slimer, I'm going to break off the chunk where the hairy tip's growing and keep a piece with that stuff on it there. These 2 in the back, the Birds of Paradise and the Cherry Popper, are just unplugged, so I can break those off. This guy here, I'll probably have to break up the rock as well. I want to take off the hairy tip mushrooms. I'm probably going to give some away to the LFS. They're really fast growing and I don't want them in the tank because of that reason. But the other chunk of the rock, I'll have to keep those 2 acropores on there and the rock flower. That guy's on a plug. All these on the bottom are fine. I'm not worried about that. This guy here with the finger leather coral on it, I'll have to keep that on there. So that'll be another piece of live rock. And I'll probably keep that piece in the back too with that rum cake acro right there. Another Duncan on its own rock. Fabia on its own rock. And of course the Zoas. So I think that's the approach. I'll probably work from the left, then the middle, and then the right. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, kind of curious to see how it works out. I'm looking forward to making a bit of a change. That rock, the rock in there is as old as since I started reefing, so it's got to be, I know it's over 10 years anyway, so anyway, I'm going to get rid of some of that stuff and we'll see how it goes. It's actually breaking apart now, so which is kind of weird, but anyway. So if any of you guys have any thoughts or suggestions on the Aquaforce, what I've done here, if you're using it, let me know how it went. Kind of curious to see how long the ugly phase worked with in terms of algae and stuff growing on it and bacteria. So I haven't really done this yet with this particular brand of rock. I've always used the live rock, Fiji or whatever it is. I'm going to be fixing it together with this stuff here from Aquaforce called Stone Fix. I don't know if that's better. So it's supposed to be non-toxic, toxin free, I guess. So we'll see how it goes. It's supposed to be quick setting, so hopefully that won't be a long endeavor, and we'll get those pieces together in 3 chunks. So that's it. That's the update on the tank today. Always appreciate you guys watching. Please leave your comments, questions down below. I'll respond as soon as I can. And until we chat again, stay safe and happy reefing.